Good morning. My name is Krishna Dev, roll number CHI 18002, and today we are going to discuss about sandwich compounds. So today basically we are going to discuss about what is a sandwich compound, then what are the different types of sandwich compounds. Then we will discuss about a very important type of sandwich compound, which is ferrocene. In ferrocene we will discuss about the structure and bonding of ferrocene. Then we will look at the physical properties of ferrocene. Then we will also look at the synthetic routes to produce the ferrocene, and we will also look at the symmetry elements involved in the different conformers of ferrocene and the stability of the different conformers of ferrocene. Then at last we will discuss about some applications of sandwich compounds in day-to-day lives. So let us see what is there inside the world of sandwich compounds. So what is a sandwich compound? In organometallic chemistry, a sandwich compound is a chemical compound featuring a metal bound by haptic covalent bonds to two arenes having formula CN, substituted derivatives and heterocyclic derivatives. So what is a sandwich? As we all know that a sandwich is an eatable in which some fillings are kept in between two breads. Likewise, there are some compounds in chemistry in which a metal atom is kept or is placed in between two aromatic rings or between an aromatic ring and ligand like carbonyl ligands on the other side. For example, in this compound we can clearly see that the metal atom M is sandwiched or placed in between two cyclopentadienyl rings. So such compounds are called sandwich compounds. The term sandwich compound was introduced in organometallic nomenclature in 1956 in a report by J.D. Dunitz, L. E. Orgel, and R. A. Rich, who confirmed the structure of ferrocene by X-ray crystallography. Now let us look at the different types of sandwich compounds. There are numerous types of sandwich compounds. Some of them are listed here. The first type is such that a metal atom is sandwiched between two aromatic rings. And in this type of sandwich compounds, there are two subtypes. The first one is metallocene and the second one is metallocarborines. So let us first see what is a metallocene. The best known members of the sandwich compounds are the metallocenes having formula CnHn whole twice M, where M is a metal which can be chromium, iron, cobalt, nickel, lead, zirconium, ruthenium, rhodium, titanium, vanadium, molybdenum, wolfram, zinc, etc. So what is a metallocene? A metallocene is a compound typically consisting of two aromatic rings bound by a metal center M. The metallocenes are a subset of sandwich compounds. The general name metallocene is derived from ferrocene, which has the formula Fe in bracket C5H5 whole twice, or which is also written as Cp twice Fe. The ferrocene is systematically named as bis eta 5 cyclopentadienyl iron 2. Now here eta represents hapticity. So here there may arise a question that what is hapticity? Hapticity is nothing but the coordination of a ligand to a metal center via an uninterrupted and contiguous series of atoms. The hapticity of a ligand is denoted by the Greek letter eta. So here, since the ferrocene has the name as bis eta 5 cyclopentadienyl iron 2 and since eta has the power of 5, so this means that all the 5 carbon atoms of each cyclopentadienyl ring are coordinate to the central iron atom. Now here I would like to mention that cyclopentadienyl rings are also abbreviated as Cp. So from now onwards we will also use the term Cp. However, there are some other metallocenes that have metal atoms sandwiched between aromatic rings other than a cyclopentadienyl ring. For example, bis benzene complex, mixed ring complexes like titanium being sandwiched between a cyclopentadiene and a cycloheptatriene aromatic ring, Or there are some examples which is shown in the third example, that a iron atom is being sandwiched between a pentaphenyl cyclopentadienyl ring, and on the other side there is a C60 molecule, where the fullerene ligands are acting like a cyclopentadienyl analog. So here are the examples. We can clearly see that titanium is being sandwiched between a cyclopentadienyl and a cycloheptatrienyl ring, and also there is another example where chromium is being sandwiched between two benzene rings. Now let us look at the other subtype of the first type of sandwich compound, which is metallocarborines. In this type of sandwich compounds, main or transition metal ions are coordinated to carborane ligands to form polyhedral cages ranging from 6 to 15 vertices. For example, bis dicarbolide complexes as shown below. So here we can clearly see that the iron atom So here we can clearly see that this iron atom is being sandwiched between two polyhedral cages, carborane polyhedral cages. Actually, both the carborane polyhedral cages are icosahedron. What is a icosahedron? The carborane polyhedral cage having 12 vertices are called icosahedron. But since one iron atom has to be accommodated in between two polyhedral cages, so one vertex of both the icosahedron are kept empty so that the iron atom can be accommodated. Now let us look at the second type of sandwich compound, which is half sandwich compound. A half sandwich compound, the half sandwich compounds are the organometallic complexes that feature a cyclic polyheptoligand bound to an MLN center, where L is a unidentate ligand and N is the number of ligands. Such compounds are also referred to as piano stool compounds. Now there may again arise a question that why these compounds are called as piano stool compounds. So for this, let us take the example of second compound, which is cyclopentadienyl manganese tricarbonyl. Here what happens, the manganese is sandwiched between a cyclopentadienyl and 3 carbonyl ligands. So if we look carefully in the second compound, this CP ring, which is a cyclopentadienyl ring, can be considered as the flat surface on which the octaves are played. Octaves of the piano are played, and the carbonyl ligands can be considered as the foot of the piano, foot of the stool. So that is why these compounds are considered as piano stool compound. So here are some of these half sandwich compounds like the cyclopentadienyl cobalt dicarbonyl. The second example is the cyclopentadienyl manganese tricarbonyl, and the third example is the cyclobutadiene iron tricarbonyl. Now let us look at the third type of sandwich compound, which is dimetallic half sandwich compound. This is a special case of half sandwich compounds in which two half sandwich compounds together constitute this type of sandwich compounds. So here in the first example itself, we can see that there are two half sandwich compounds of molybdenum being sandwiched between a cyclopentadienyl ring and 3 carbonyl ligands, and these two half sandwich compounds are again constituted together to form a new type of sandwich compound, which is the dimetallic half sandwich compound. And these half sandwich compounds are said as dimetallic because two metals are being sandwiched between two aromatic rings. So here are the examples of dimetallic half sandwich compounds. The first one is the cyclopentadienyl molybdenum tricarbonyl dimer, which is a dark red solid. The second example is the cyclopentadienyl iron dicarbonyl dimer, which is a dark reddish crystalline solid and which is readily soluble in moderately polar organic solvents such as chloroform or pyridine. Now let us look at the fourth type of sandwich compounds, which is multi-Decker sandwich compound. So in this type of sandwich compounds, as we can see in the example, that more than one sandwich compounds are again stacked together to form a new type of sandwich compounds, and that is why these are called because these and more than one sandwich compounds are stacked in a multi-deck way. So these compounds, this type of new sandwich compounds are called multi-Decker sandwich compounds. The examples of multi-Decker sandwich compounds are tris cyclopentadienyl dinickel triple decker complex. The second example is the tris trimethyl benzene dichromium triple decker complex. The fifth type of linked sandwich compounds are the linked sandwich compounds, in which monomeric double-decker and multi-decker sandwiches have been used as building blocks for extended systems, some of which exhibit electron delocalization between metal centers. An example of a cyclic metallocarborane complex is the octahedral carbon-wired system shown below, which contains a planar C16B8 macro cycle. So here we can clearly see that there are 4 sandwich compounds, in which in each of the sandwich compounds the cobalt atom is sandwiched between a methylated cyclopentadienyl ring, and on the other side there is a carborane polyhedral cage, and 4 such sandwich compounds are again linked via some unsaturated hydrocarbons. And the interesting part about this type of sandwich compounds is that the electron delocalization from the metal atom towards the cage and from one sandwich compound to another sandwich compound takes place via these linkages. So here is the example of the last type of sandwich compound, that is the linked tetracobalt carborane. Now let us proceed towards the important sandwich compound, one of the very important sandwich compound, which is ferrocene. So what is a ferrocene? The ferrocene is an organometallic compound with the formula FeC5H5 whole twice. The molecule consists of 2 cyclopentadienyl rings bound on opposite side of central iron atom. It is an orange solid with a camphor-like odor that sublimes above room temperature, and this ferrocene molecule is highly stable. The stability of the ferrocene molecule can be attributed towards the total valence electron count, which is equal to 18 electron, and this valence electron count can be done by either ionic or neutral method. So here is the structure of ferrocene, where we can clearly see that the iron atom is being sandwiched between 2 cyclopentadienyl rings, which are aromatic in nature. Now let us look at the structure and bonding of ferrocene. According to the ionic model, the iron center in the ferrocene should be assigned +2 oxidation state. Each cyclopentadiene, that is the CP ring, is allocated a single negative charge. Thus ferrocene is described as iron 2 bis cyclopentadiene. So if we consider the ionic model, then we can see that the iron has the +2 oxidation state, and both the CP rings are assigned -1 charge. The number of pi electrons on each ring is 6 if we consider the ionic model, which makes it aromatic according to Huckel's rule. So according to Huckel's rule, a ring, cyclic ring, is aromatic if it contains 4n plus 2 pi electron. So if we consider n equal to 1, then 4n plus 2 pi is equal to 6 pi electron, which is contained by a negatively charged CP ring, and which says that these CP rings between which the iron atom is sandwiched are aromatic rings. The 12 electrons are shared with the metal via covalent bonding. Since Fe2 plus has 6d electrons, the complex attains an 18 electron configuration, which accounts for its stability, as we have discussed already. The sandwich compounds, that is the ferrocene compound, is denoted as Fe in bracket eta 5 C5H5 whole twice in modern notation. Now here, as we have already discussed, that eta denotes the hapticity, and since here eta has the power of 5, so this means that all the 5 carbon atoms, I mean if you consider one CP ring, then all the 5 carbon atoms of the CP ring is coordinated to the central iron atom. Now here there are two very important points that we should remember while the industrial production of ferrocene. The first point is, from room temperature down to 164 Kelvin, ferrocene attains monoclinic structure, resulting in the staggered conformation of CP rings with point group D5D. Below 110 Kelvin, ferrocene crystallizes in an orthorhombic crystal lattice, in which CP rings are in eclipsed conformation with point group D5H. Also, the electron diffraction and computational studies show that CP rings are eclipsed in the gas phase. So here we can clearly see that both the conformers of ferrocene. In the eclipse ferrocene, we can see that both the CP rings are arranged in the same way, but in the staggered ferrocene, the vertex of one CP ring falls on the side of the other CP ring. So now let us look at some of the physical properties of ferrocene molecule. The ferrocene molecule is a diamagnetic low spin compound, and this diamagnetism can be well described by the molecular orbital energy diagram of ferrocene molecule, in which all the 18 electrons are paired up, and that is why this ferrocene molecule is diamagnetic in nature. Also, the ferrocene molecule is orange crystalline solid with camphor-like odor, and this ferrocene molecule is covalent in nature. The ferrocene is soluble in solvents like benzene but insoluble in water. The most interesting point about the ferrocene molecule is that the free rotation about the iron and CP rings is allowed in this case. Now let us look at some of the synthesis method, some of the synthetic routes to produce the ferrocene molecule. There are numerous methods to produce the ferrocene molecule, but some of the methods are listed here. The first method is to produce ferrocene from Grignard reagent. Ferrocene can be synthesized using iron 3 chloride and a Grignard reagent, which is cyclopentadienyl magnesium bromide in this case. The method of producing the ferrocene molecule is that first the iron 3 chloride is suspended in anhydrous diethyl ether and added to the Grignard reagent, which is cyclopentadienyl magnesium bromide here. Then a redox reaction occurs, forming the cyclopentadienyl radical and iron 2 ions. Now iron 2 ions react with Grignard reagent to form ferrocene. So here in the reaction sequence we can clearly see that the iron 3 chloride is reacted with the cyclopentadienyl magnesium bromide, which is the Grignard reagent here, to produce radical of cyclopentadienyl ring and iron 2 chloride, and this radical and iron 2 chloride further reacts together to form the ferrocene molecule. The second synthetic route is the gas metal reaction. Here the ferrocene can be synthesized by reacting metallic iron directly with gas phase cyclopentadiene at elevated temperature. Now this reaction can also be carried out without using the metallic iron, and without using the metallic iron we can also use the iron pentacarbonyl, which will also produce the ferrocene molecule. But if we use the iron pentacarbonyl, two byproducts will be produced, which are 5 moles of carbon monoxide and a mole of hydrogen gas. The third synthetic route is via alkali cyclopentadiene. So as we know that more efficient preparative methods are generally a modification of the original transmetallation sequence. So this can be done by either reacting the commercially available sodium cyclopentadiene with anhydrous iron 2 chloride in ethereal solvent. As we can see here that the sodium cyclopentadiene, 2 moles of sodium cyclopentadiene is reacted with 1 mole of iron 2 chloride to form 1 mole of ferrocene and 2 moles of sodium chloride. The next method is using freshly cracked cyclopentadiene deprotonated with potassium hydroxide. So here what happens, a mole of iron 2 chloride quadrahydrate is reacted with 2 moles of cyclopentadiene rings and 2 moles of potassium hydroxide to produce a mole of ferrocene, 2 moles of potassium chloride and 6 moles of H2O. The third method is to react iron 2 salt with Grignard reagent. So as we have already said that here we are just doing the modification of previous reactions. So in the first reaction using the Grignard reagent, we saw that the Grignard reagent is first reacted with the iron 3 chloride. But here what we are doing, we will directly react the Grignard reagent, that is 2 moles of cyclopentadiene magnesium bromide with iron 2 chloride to produce 1 mole of ferrocene and 2 moles of MgBrCl. Here instead of using iron 3 chloride, we are directly reacting the Grignard reagent with iron 2 chloride. Now let us look at the different conformers of ferrocene and the symmetry elements involved in them. So there are two conformers of ferrocene. These are staggered and eclipse ferrocene. Due to difference in the arrangement of two CP rings, the conformations have different symmetry elements and hence different point groups. Let us try to find out symmetry elements of both the conformers and also point group involved in both the conformers of the ferrocene molecule. So here is the first conformer of ferrocene, that is the staggered ferrocene. So here what we see, this staggered ferrocene contains a main C5 axis with 5 perpendicular C2 axis. So here we can clearly see in the first and third diagram that there is a main C5 axis with 5 perpendicular C2 axis. So there is a S10 improper axis of rotation. Also there are 5 sigma dihedral planes as shown in the second diagram. So from all these informations we can say that the staggered ferrocene belongs to the D5D point group. Now let us look at the second conformer of ferrocene, that is the eclipsed ferrocene. So here we can clearly see that eclipse conformation contains a C5 main rotation axis with perpendicular C2 axis. So here in the first and second diagram we can see that a C5 main rotation axis is there in the eclipse conformation of ferrocene with 5 perpendicular C2 axis. So there is a S5 improper rotation axis. Also there are 5 sigma vertical planes and a sigma horizontal plane. So from all these informations we can clearly say that the eclipse ferrocene belongs to the D5H point group. Now let us look at some of the applications of sandwich compounds. The first application is ferrocene and methyl cyclopentadienyl manganese tricarbonyl have been used as an anti-knock agent, are effective pre-catalysts. Ferrocene and methyl cyclopentadienyl manganese tricarbonyl have been used as an anti-knock agent. Also, certain bent metallocene and zirconium and hafnium are effective pre-catalysts for the polymerization of propylene. The third application is ferrocene and related derivatives are used as powerful burn rate catalysts in ammonium perchlorate composite propellant. Now let us look at the conclusion part. Sandwich compounds are basically chemical compounds in which a metal atom is placed between two aromatic rings or a ring in one side and ligands, for example the carbonyl ligands on the other side. Based on the pattern of sandwiching the metal atom, sandwich compounds are further categorized in different types. One such example is the ferrocene, in which iron atom is placed in between two CP rings. Here the iron atom is assigned +2 oxidation state, whereas the cyclopentadienyl rings are assigned -1 charge each, which we have already discussed. Now based on the conformation, I mean the difference in the arrangement of the CP rings of ferrocene, the ferrocene can be categorized as eclipsed and staggered ferrocene with point groups D5H and D5D respectively. From the point of view of computational study, which we have done in this semester, the value of sum of electronic and zero point energies of staggered conformation is more in case of staggered conformation as compared to that of eclipse conformation. So this says that as the value of sum of electronic and zero point energies is more in case of staggered conformation, that is why the staggered conformation is more stable. The functional and basis set which is used to run the calculation in computational chemistry is PBU1 PBE 6-31 plus G star. The sandwich compounds find numerous application in modern day science as an anti-knock agent, pre-catalyst for polymerization of propylene, and many more applications. So here I would like to conclude by saying that all the informations, all the data that we have discussed today are taken from these 3 books, which are Inorganic Chemistry, Principle of Structure and Reactivity by J.E. Huhi, E.A. Keter, R.L. Keter and O.K. Medhi. The second book is Chemistry of Elements by N.N. Greenwood and A. Ansho. And the third book which is used to take the theory, I mean all the things that we have discussed today, is the third book is the Inorganic Chemistry by G.L. Misler, P.J. Fisher and D.A. Tutt. So here I would like to conclude. Thank you.